I'm Nick Wilson, and I'm host and collaborator.
I'm Tim Wilson, I'm host and director.
I'm Giovanni, and I'm the videographer, editor, and video producer.
I'm Michael, I do utilities and advertising.
I'm Moran, I host, I do utilities, and I collaborate.
I'm Mcdirmad, I do special effects and graphics design.
All right, so who here, by a show of hands, participates in Oiler athletics? Okay.
All right, raise your hand if you have a friend involved in Oiler athletics.
Now, show of hands, who's never been able to make it to like a sporting event because like work or babysitting or other obligations?
And by show of hands, how many of you know the score to the state semifinal basketball game?
Well, that's the main reason we created the Oilers Zone, was to give you guys information on all that stuff.
So Oiler Zone is a student-run program about athletics here at Mount Pleasant, and we did it in a fun way through video every Friday.
And that kind of leads us to our base question, which is how can we inform the community of Oiler athletics using our video editing skills and graphic design skills?
For this, to reach out to the community, we did advertising with multiple people. We did advertising with the Morning Sun. They came and interviewed us, and then we also reached out to 104.3 WCZY, got some ad space on there, and did an interview.
Oiler Fever on the Oiler Zone. Every Friday at noon during the school year, log on to youtube.com/OilerZoneShow for an inside scoop on your favorite Oiler sports. Get up to speed with exclusive interviews with your favorite Mount Pleasant Oiler players, coaches, and staff. Become one of the Oiler faithful. Follow the Oiler Zone on Twitter at Oiler Zone. The Oiler Zone is student-made production for Oilers around the world. Log on Fridays at youtube.com/OilerZoneShow and catch the blue and gold fever.
So that was our ad. So we could be up here bore you to death and just talk, but we're going to do what we do best, and we've been doing it for 20 plus weeks and make an episode on it. So we present to you our final episode.
I was gonna say buttering us up, huh?
Hi, Tim Wilson, to my left, Nick Wilson. Welcome to the Oilers Zone, I'm Mcdirmad. Hi, I'm Tim Wilson. Hey there, I'm Tim. I'm Nick.
Hello, as the jacket says, my name is Hayden.
Hey there, I'm Mitch. Hey there.
I'm Michael. Hi, I'm Nick. And I'm Gio.
And this is,
And this is. And this is.
and this is, and this is, and this is.
The Oilers Zone.
This is our normal week. For Monday, what we usually do, we go into the back room of OnStar Social Media Classroom, and we get around questions to ask people for interviews, find out what our top story is going to be, and we just find people to interview and wonder if it's going to be a funny top story or a team in general top story.
And for Tuesday and Wednesday, what we do is we physically leave the classroom, and we have to go to the office usually. This is where we find people to interview. We usually ask Maggie Ebosi, which since she wasn't there, we go through the big book that has names of students, and we go to whatever class they're in, and then see if it's okay to interview them. And if it's not, we'll just do it like Wednesday or later in the week. So now you see us go to the library, and we're actually getting Shane Seeley and Zach McBride and Trudeau, and we're getting them to say some nice things about what we're saying.
So here I am just filming them, and for this episode, so you'll see them later.
Usually you try to find like a quiet place where there's not too much background noise and we get like a good audio from the film.
If we can, we try to go to OnStar's room, do the recordings there.
Thursday is where me and Nick do our recap, and we go over stats, schedules, we'll let them know what games are coming up and stuff. So, and we'll mess up a lot, so that's why we made the blooper reel, because we take a lot of takes sometimes.
Yeah, and our script is on that computer behind Geo, so we know what to read, you know, what we have to say for posting the show for the week. And Geo's always behind the camera, making sure everything's all set.
That's kind of view of how we got the camera back there, as you see in the.
So Thursday night is where I do most of my editing, and I spend hours, like 5 hours sometimes, till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And this is a little lapse of just me doing it, and then Nick always bothers me and texts me, so I get a little break. And then back to work, and that's usually my Thursday nights.
Friday is kind of like more of a celebratory day. We usually try to get together and watch the final episode. And then after that, we just kind of sit in Nonsense office and think about what we're going to do for next week, who we're going to interview, what's going to be about, that kind of stuff.
Program, like Tim said, and it's all sports here at North Pleasant. And we start off with a recap of the previous week, scores and stats. And then we jump into a top story. Sometimes we have top plays for a top story. And what the difference between Oilers Zone and a newspaper or the internet is that we had exclusive footage of the games and events happening here. Plus, we had exclusive interviews, which you usually don't see with certain players or certain coaches, and we brought that to life.
Oilers Zone is our school show for athletics. It airs every Friday, and you can see it on YouTube. We also have bloopers that come out.
Also, for Oilers Zone, our episodes can be very funny, they can be sad and emotional, and they can be happy.
On side, our teacher told us to capture the attention of our audience.
And it means by attention is like their hearts, like it's gonna be sad and emotional, or it's gonna be happy or funny or exciting. That's what we try to do. We try to mix it up every episode.
Some examples would be our Cheer Support episode.
Yeah, people thought that was a really funny episode. And then for JD's episode,
That's more of an emotional, heartfelt.
And like our top story was like the top play, so that would be like an exciting top story.
Yeah.
We don't really have a job title. It's like what we do is we help think of the episodes, and then we go around and then find who people are, and like we're just gather information and get interviews set up and stuff.
Yeah. We also do a little bit of marketing of the website and stuff. We get a hold of radio stations, try and get some ads on there. We just do stuff like that, all like run work.
And they needed graphics, and I like sports and doing graphics, so I make the logo and the intro for the show.
And my job was to host, and I did a little bit of directing. I kind of put my thought into what videos we're gonna do.
I'm host for Oilers Zone, and I'm also utility guy. I do a little bit of everything, come up with ideas, and do whatever Gio has me help me do.
And Drew Mining's the man behind the camera.
I am, and I'm also the editor and the producer.
He's a big chunk of this show.
As much as a big chunk I am, everyone else has their parts and we need them.
We
And
would not have brothers on it if everyone did have each other.
so yeah, I'm in a big part, so they had to connect me dots, so thank you guys.
My passion for Oilers Zone, I was knocked out of football due to concussions, and I chose not to play basketball, and I played sports my whole life. And going into college, I needed money, so baseball, I chose to get a job instead of baseball, so Oilers Zone really helped me feel like I was still involved in sports, and it was someone out in the community.
My passion for Oilers Zone, I did play my last
Please
few years.
excuse the interruption.
High school
At this
sports,
time,
so
all
Oilers Zone
JV
really
girls
helped me
and
get
boys
involved in
tracks
sports stuff, so
are dismissed.
that's
Thank you.
My passion of sports comes from playing when I was little, playing with my brothers, so I always liked sports, so watching ESPN kind of made me want to do a sports show for high school.
My passion for Oilers Zone came ever since I was little. I always played sports, but as we got older, I was kind of short, so I never really had what you call athletic ability. So then, I don't know, it was just, I always did like different sports, like throughout high school, but never stuck with one, so this was a way for me to get involved with everything. Just
kind of stay with everybody.
Well, growing up, I don't always play sports, just never really something I usually doing for about a year, 2 years, and quit. But you know, when I was in high school, started doing football, and after that, it was so much, it was just my gateway to sports. Just kept me connected and kept me going.
I used to do sports through my sophomore year, soccer and track, but it wasn't the same. So I quit and I did Oilers Zone and made me stay connected to sports.
Zay and I are two of the founders of the Oilers Zone. Started right in the beginning, it was a little onset, told us we needed to do a project, and we all like sports, so we all decided to do a sport trip.
Honestly, I gave us a project to do because we were in his class for a while and we pretty much had nothing to do besides what we wanted to do. And this project was something that we do all year, and it also be our senior project, so that worked out really well. And we just stuck with that.
I think it was like the end of second try, and Onset asked us what we thought our grade should be for the class. When really we were like kind of helping you guys out a little bit, we weren't really doing too much with it. And he said that we either have to get involved in Oilers Zone or actually start doing work, and I was switched to Oilers Zone because I wish that sucked.
Yeah. Once again, they're getting clips and stuff for their intros and for the episodes, so I just thought I'd do a whole thing. Oh, well, you know, my part, how I got them, just, they need clips from football, and I had hope. So I got them clips, and then I just kind of got in there, and weekly thing.
I think I started was winter sport previews episode. I think it was like episode like 6 or 7 or something. And I just kind of went around with Gio and started getting people out of class to like interview and stuff. It's kind of still what I do now. But. And then another reason is that we thought we could do this for a senior project, and as we're not moving on pretty well.
So I actually think if we do Oilers Zone, it would be like the bloopers or our commercials or our interviews that Michael gets around for us, and the bloopers is really fun. I love doing bloopers, love being in the bloopers. It's funny, and I'll let you talk more.
Alright, so yeah, bloopers definitely is funny. Yeah. That's like, we thought we fun had the behind the scenes, but had a little humor to it because the Oilers Zone series is actually a little more serious, but we have the bloopers to see behind the scenes, have us having fun. I spend my weekends editing the bloopers so it comes out on Monday because Mondays suck, so I figure it'd be funny and have a laugh on Mondays. That's the reason why we put on Monday. And these extra things really,
It just helps.
yeah,
Oilers Zone, it just gives us something to upload to the channel.
stay relevant.
Well, our goal was to bring this meeting together, and I feel like we're doing pretty good about that, you know, grab people, talk to us about it, see how they were doing about it.
And another thing is that we don't really just like go for like football players, like the basketball players. Like we try and get to like everyone, like the bowling team, like we interview like kids in the hallway about like cheerleading and try to get a more diverse like crowd of people on the show.
We tried not to be biased.
Oilers really brought our school together. More people knew about the sports, and they felt more involved with the sports that go around in Mount Pleasant.
The Oilers Zone, I think it was a great thing for the community because it was new, it was really new, and it's more exciting than reading the paper about sports. And the paper usually covers like the popular sports like football and basketball, or baseball, but the Oilers Zone covered everything and put everyone in the spotlight. And after that, like, if people wanted high school sports, they would have to wait till it was like playoffs and news or something. Oilers Zone, we made a Twitter and everything. We really sold this to media, so if you couldn't go to the games, all you had to do was check our Twitter, and we would have scores at the half in each quarter, and we would really give the people the scores of each game so they wouldn't miss.
I think it's really good.
I think it's a really good idea.
Oilers Zone is life.
Pretty cool. I really like those top plays. They're awesome.
Well, I was involved with it first try, and it was a really good experience. Keep on doing what you're doing.
I love the Oiler Zone. I love the Bluebirds. It's a great thing for our school because it keeps our students up to date with the sports of our school.
I think it's good for the school, and it's good for sports and for everyone who's involved.
Actually, it's a big hit in my house. My kids watch it every Friday when it comes out. So yeah, we watch it every week.
I think Oilers Zone is a great idea. I think it promotes school spirit here, and I think it made a lot of people aware of the great things going on in our athletics.
I've seen every Oilers Zone episode. I mean, Thursday I gotta go wrestle with Gilbert, so I won't be able to watch you guys then. But I'll be able to see you guys tomorrow.
I've been watching Oilers Zone ever since I was a little kid. Slash, like, be a part of this great project you guys are putting on.
I think it's great for the school. It really helped motivate school spirit and all that kind of stuff. It was great. Love tuning in, watch the top 10. I think that was a fantastic addition to the Oilers Zone. I thought it was a really great thing.
The Oilers Zone is, I'll be keeping it in the zone. Yeah, I like the Oilers Zone. Good stuff. I like doing something new, you know, something school never did before. I got a bunch of buddies in it, so it was a good deal. A couple good episodes out of it.
Oilers Zone's great. Something that keeps the students on top of interaction, whether it's athletics or academics or what have you. So I think it's been a great positive experience, and I think kids get a better understanding of what's kind of happening with different groups in the school.
What do I think about Oilers Zone? Since I was on your program, I watched it every week, and I learned a lot more about what's going on here in Mount Pleasant High School. And because of you guys, I got friends from all over the United States calling to say they're watching Oilers Zone too and following us more closely. So nice job with Oilers Zone, and keep up the good work, fellas.
Well, my opinion really changed throughout the years. It started to grow because when I started out, I thought it was just kind of some small project they were going to do to pass the time. And then around second try, they started getting really into sports and kind of capturing everybody's view on anything, from cheerleading to bowling to football and all the bigger sports. And then around third try, they really started to branch out. So that's when I kind of noticed them. They even let me in on some of the stuff, so that's cool. They didn't just, you know, market to just a couple kids. And really, I'd be proud of them if I was a teacher. You know, Mr. Onstott's proud of them. They're got an interview with the Morning Sun. They were on the radio station. I think there's a great future out there for them. They did good.
When the Oilers Zone first came into kind of creation, at first it was kind of this fun little project that kind of the guys, I thought would kind of keep them busy and you might take it a little light and serious, kind of get it done, but it really morphed into a phenomenal project. I saw individuals who were coming in, like Gio, for example, staying till up midnight completing this stuff, coming in lunchtime, taking stuff, home and work on it. Guys were coming from outside their classrooms and working on things that I could beg them to get to classes normally to come in. So it started with kind of this fun little kind of classroom project, and it really turned into a phenomenal production. One of the neat things I've seen about the production of Oilers Zone is how they've used probably the breadth of social media, the breadth of digital design and production, all the different aspects that go into making something. Anything from scripting to storyboarding to writing the production schedule to planning it. Not to mention, I've seen them do countless of tutorials on how to create After Effects overlays, the video production itself, the audio productions, the camera work. I don't think there's a single aspect of digital design they can touch base with producing Oilers Zone. I would like to think that probably right now what they're producing is just as good, if not better, some of the things I see out there on the web right now or on television. Proud of the guys of what they've done, proud of the team of what they've created, and I know I guess the community in general, the student population, it's neat to see the people, the students, wait for that episode to come on Friday to see what the top story is, or see what the top plays were. It's really good. Once again, very proud of what they've accomplished in producing Oilers. The amount of time that these guys have put in, once again, has been tremendous. We have 72 minutes per class period, and I can guarantee you on a weekly basis, you can multiply that probably by 3, 4, 5 times. Sometimes it's kind of a roller coaster where in the class time, there's not a lot of time that they can utilize, other than the planning and the preparation and some of the basic production. Outside of school, I've seen them conduct interviews, film,
edit, post-production, upload, easy 3 to 4 times. I wouldn't even want to quantify the number of hours outside the 72 minutes they do in the class. I'd completely be guessing, but I can guarantee it's a tremendous amount.
What I learned from this experience is just all the work that gets put into Oilers Zone and all the behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot more work than it seems like to be done.
I learned that if you want to do good, you have to rely on others and use good teamwork.
What I learned most from this experience is planning out your time efficiently. A lot of times you rush stuff, and planning out ahead really helps make the show possible. If we didn't, it'd be a mess. So that's what I learned most.
It takes a lot of teamwork to do this, to get one episode out, and then we had to do a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people didn't know, so you get to work hard, and they just teach you work ethic and stuff.
I've learned that teamwork can do a lot, and I've learned that just being in front of the camera can make you feel more comfortable with other people.
I think being part of Oilers Zone has taught me like that you need everyone who's like on the crew to make everything work. Like if someone, say like the video editor's gone, then someone has to step up and take that place, and if no one knows how to, then the episode just kind of falls apart. So we really need to have everyone here working as a team.
Most difficult episode in for me would have to be the top plays. Just going through all the plays, rewatching all the games, just picking out those few plays that made it.
Our very first one, we had no clue what we were doing, and I was ridiculous wearing a dang dress shirt and tie, that's stupid. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. I think we should leave this episode.
My opinion, most difficult had to be the first episode. We thought we knew what to do and how to go about it, but we were wrong because there was a lot more to it. But we got the episode out, and yeah, that was difficult.
The most difficult episode was probably the Christmas one, because we tried to think of an intro we could do for it, and we were here till like 5, and it took forever, and then we finally got it out.
The most difficult episode to do was the one where I was host, and for some reason I couldn't read the slides right. It was just hard to talk, and Gio flipped out on me.
I think it was probably the 10th episode, or maybe even the presentation one, because when we interviewed Greg, which was what it was about, every day he had something else going on, so we had to actually set up an interview time, and then we had to go in like before school and like an interview and stuff like that. And then the presentation one, we had to finish last week's episode, and then we're working on a deadline now, a really, really short one. So it's just a little hectic.
One of my miss most is the camaraderie between everybody, working with everybody, doing all the work with everybody, just the team.
Yeah, I miss my friends, and working together, and making good episodes and being happy about it.
I'll miss my friends the most. That's what I'll miss. You know, a family. Like, we all got close to each other. Also, I'm gonna just miss doing the show in general. It taught me just a lot.
Working with everybody and just having episodes, they were cool, they were fun to watch, and I enjoyed it.
I don't miss most being around everybody and taking up episodes, having people out of class, and just being around some cool people doing good things.
Probably just like in having a class where it was like not really like schoolwork, like sitting down, like reading out your book and studying and stuff like that. It was like you come in and you do what you need to do. It's like a job almost. You come and do what you need to do, then you leave.
I had to skip class a couple times, but other than that, my role I didn't really have to sacrifice that much.
No, this show did not make me sacrifice anything really.
Show me sacrifice everything. It made me sacrifice a lot of my time outside of school. I remember I had to do some episodes, and it's home before Friday, and that night before I'll be up till like 1 or 2 o'clock uploading it to YouTube, as well as sacrifice today to film, which is all day, took all my classes off, and then as well as I took lunch off multiple times, so I sacrificed quite a bit.
Yes. Everything's why they're going. I mean, you fun, we hang out all the time. And now I don't hang out with
At lunchtime, we had to go feed people for lunch, and we didn't get to eat really, but it was worth it.
Yeah, one of the last days we had to film for this episode that you're watching right now is we had to get out of every class so we could work through this thing the whole day and make sure we get everything done before we're 100%.
Well, like most are just once again camaraderie, just working with everybody, being with everybody. You know, we have to do our own thing while everybody else is doing Photoshop and all that stuff. And we have to go run school, figure stuff out about people. Just like we have something to do.
I like being in the entourage room, and I like doing top stories and recaps.
What I enjoy most in doing this show would definitely be the end result of each week, the episode coming out and people reacting to it. That's what I enjoy most.
I like doing the graphics for the show, just the intro and everything. It was fun to do, and I wish I could keep it going, but I don't have a computer at home, so.
What I like most, about just being myself in front of the camera, you know, expressing my personalities and, you know, having fun with my friends.
Probably just like what I said before about like coming in here and having it be more like a job. And then, I don't know, just like kind of, on Fridays, we usually have like a more relaxing day where we're just thinking about what we're going to do for next week, and it's just kind of a chill way to end the day.
You know, I hope, you know, we bring the community together with athletics, you know. We show the whole community what's going on in the school. They don't worry about the other stuff, just worry about running athletics and just bring them together.
I hope I just find my skill set and try to raise it through college.
What I hope to achieve from this experience is hopefully leaving a legacy. Hopefully people next year will continue this because I think it's neat. I think the community likes it. So I just hope that would happen in the future.
The school just continues doing on its own, a new class of people, or we just bring Oilers on to like Mount Pleasant sports in general and make it even bigger.
I hope this achieve. I actually hope the underclassmen come up and fill in for Oilers on now that we're going to be in college, and I hope it's there for years to come.
I don't know, just like, I hope that like this helps people get more involved, like Oiler athletics, and like help just like get the word out in the community, like what's going on, like how much work we put into Oilers and everything like that.
Like we said, we hope someone steps up, like takes over Oilers next year. And so far, we've asked a couple people, and they said they might do it. So hopefully, it doesn't die out.
Questions or comments for this group?
So it sounds like you guys had a pretty good experience
Yeah.
doing Oilers. Now, through your experience, do you think this is going to guide you in what you want to do in your careers as adults?
Well, I want to go into like video editing and
That's
videographer,
pretty
so
clear,
yeah, so
Pretty
that's
good.
what, hopefully that helps.
What about you other guys?
Podcast personally, I'm not going to.
No, I'm not.
Well, we don't have any future Scott Van Pelt's or John Bucci-Crosses over here hosting ESPN, no?
I like being in front of camera, but I don't know if future holds, to be honest. Gio has a great camera. I'm with Gio all the time, so we're probably putting a lot of clips up of various things. Not gonna really say much about that. Surprise. Yeah.
This summer we're planning on just making videos on a channel.
Yeah, just
and
stuff.
yeah.
this is gonna be kind of a strange question, but part of it's on what you have for your rubric here. Can you talk about 3 different types of research that you've done, or can you go through the process of research, either with video editing or helping figure out how you're gonna frame questions, or deciding which type of clips you're gonna put into your top 10?
Well, a lot of research comes like for the stats and scores. We look up on PennLive.com and Morning Sun. We also grab some pictures from them. And then like even for those like the credits, we look up like how do those special type of credits, and those it's like a template, so anything like that. But it's usually like watch tutorials.
And a lot of the like ideas like how we're gonna film stuff came from just like us watching TV and movies.
So, you're using mentor texts.
Yeah.
Is what you're using. You're using texts that help you make decisions on what you want to do as far as shots and things like that as well, too. That's a valuable trait.
Anyone else? Questions?
Any great questions?
Good job.